Complex workout number one. So complexes are a little bit different than the circuits we've been doing. We've been doing metabolic resistance training circuits, strength and cardio combined. Then we were doing density training circuits, which are trying to pack in more volume into a very short period of time, doing, again, a group of exercises in a circuit fashion. Now we're gonna do a group of exercises one after another without even setting the weight down. That's what's called a complex. These are tremendous for fat loss. Again, we're just consistently amping up the intensity as we go through this program. So now that we've already gone through those other two phases, you're really ready for this, which is a much more advanced fat loss phase. So we're gonna be using barbell complex for the first sort of complex we're doing here. So if you don't have a barbell with bumper plates like this, you can certainly just use regular plates, but if you do have bumper plates, if you have access to them, they are much better for this type of workout. So I'm starting with a 45 and I have 15s on here, so it doesn't take a whole lot of weight for this type of workout. You're not gonna need a 45-pound plate on each side. If you do, you're an animal, and please send me an email or DM because I'd like to see what kind of workouts you're doing. But you don't need a whole lot of resistance on this because these are very taxing on the body, on the cardiovascular system, and on the central nervous system. So again, I'm only doing this with 15s for demonstration purposes. If I was doing this as a workout for myself, I'd probably be using 25s on here. And then again, maybe incrementing up from there slowly, but you don't need tons of weight on here. If you're a beginner, you're probably gonna start with maybe 45 pounds just with the bar possibly. Again, as you're getting a little more advanced, maybe you throw 10s on each sides, or again, 15s, but you don't need tons and tons of weight. Experiment with it, do it yourself, and see where you kind of fall or what weights you need. We're also be using a different rep range for each exercise. So normally with complexes, people will do the exact same number of reps for each exercise. Doesn't really make sense because we're not really optimizing the circuit then. What we're doing is we're kind of sacrificing on things like maybe our power cleans and our squats in order to compensate for things like our overhead press. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be using a different rep range for each exercise to optimize the complex for the most fat loss we can possibly get. So